as a Cap Car 5, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and feelings about what NASCAR 25 will bring once October 14th, 2025 comes around. So I know you guys are thinking that pre-orders were done last week, like around September 18th on a Thursday. So I'm gonna read some notes according to what I took on Real Radman's point of view on NASCAR 25. So let's begin. So Real Radman, in my understanding, works for NASCAR in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think his goal is just to do some NASCAR highlight reels, especially for the Truck Series. But Xfinity and Cup, he may get there some. And also, he's a gamer himself, so he's not only into NASCAR but soccer and all that. So he's an Arsenal fan. So I'm gonna read some notes that I wrote down, breaking down what to expect. So let's begin. So some of the major features that NASCAR 25 will bring, that you might see in past games like NASCAR Heat and so forth, is the driver career mode. Like, iRacing needs to have the money to make the best product, right? And then he mentions that ARCA, Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup will all be in the game. So, and the good news is, real life drivers are going to be in it. No more this fantasy drivers like in the past. And I believe NASCAR Heat Games did a good job on that. But there, like back then, there was Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks. But there was also NASCAR Extreme Dirt Series, where if you see a driver photo in Extreme Dirt, they're basically children and teenagers that get to have their face in the game. But basically, real names of employers that used to work for Monster Games. So that's where that is. And you could say NASCAR 25 is under the umbrella of Monster Games, basically. But for iRacing, it's going to be like the gaming publisher. So, and then Real Radman points out that there's not going to be an owner mode like NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. Like, I played that when I was a teen, and then I realized, oh, why do I always seem to not win races, And there's a thing called 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and even 5-star teams that you can choose from, and to buy those existing teams to actually, bring a juggernaut of a race team. So anyways, let's move on. He also mentions that story mode will not be in the NASCAR 25 games, because if you kind of look at NBA 2K or even Madden NFL in their franchise modes or career modes, you see lots of cutscenes, and I feel kind of ashamed about it, but at the same time, I believe NASCAR Heat 2 and 3, where Brad Keselowski takes you under his wing and does like 15 to 30-second cutscenes and makes it look like you're calling him on your cell phone. So yeah, it's just that's what I've taken notes on. And also NASCAR Heat 3 with Haley D and also being in those games too. So, and what I've learned about it is, yeah, you gotta have these real NASCAR drivers in it too. So that's all I can remember. And then the fourth bullet I want to point out is also is Ultimate Team concepts, like microtransactions and all that. And basically, it's a, when Real Radman wanted to point out that the games he played were Madden and FIFA, and um, yeah, I'm just lucky enough to know that there will not be any. Well, there's DLC. I'm sorry. I was bothered by somebody trying to get in my room, but so, anyways, let that digest. So, and then the fifth bullet point is online mode, 40 drivers in the lobby. That is when iRacing hit a home run for NASCAR 25. As dirt, you get to race with 40 drivers, so that's good. And basically, to tell you the truth, online racing is what's gonna get people playing. So, and it brings a lot of networking, not just remote but face-to-face interaction. If you meet somebody in your local area that does dirt racing and late model racing, it's just, you know, what more can you ask for? So, yeah. And so, what I want to bring up on NASCAR 25 is it's going to be a good game, but not as excellent because it's their first year, especially iRacing making a game like this for NASCAR. And I've played World Outlaw series and the Tony Stewart video games. They were kind of under monster games, but iRacing too. So yeah, I mean, yes, this is gonna be a home run if as long as the developers catch the bugs and glitches in the game, and hopefully it brings more to trying trying to do a lot for the NASCAR community. So, anyways, what do you guys think about NASCAR 25 coming out next month? Do you kind of give it a scale of 1 or 5? Or like on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you think NASCAR 25 is going to be once you touch the game digitally or physically? So, I'd say, I haven't gotten the game yet, but it'd probably be a 3 or 4, and I've played these games enough for decades to know. Yeah, it can get boring at times, but hey, we have friends outside of NASCAR that probably will get us engaged, and if they're new to NASCAR, hey, bring them over to your house and do split screen with them. So anyways, I'm Happy Karlo. Hope you all have a good rest of your day and peace out.